My brother, at this point, made them just leave this boy. You know, we had this thing growing up where I don't know if it was only you that thing used to irritate. I mean, if you're intelligent enough, you will understand this thing where the pastor no understand the topic, then he go just come pulpit yarn rubbish. Then the whole church go just respect am, say, Papa no really, maybe the person when I read this story to Papa no talk am well. But I can't believe that Tunde Bakare would go this low. Let us remember that Tunde Bakare ran under APC primaries to be president of this country and scored 0 votes. Please, is there any bad gang worse than APC? No, I'm just asking. Is there any bad gang? Is it Malians that took dollar to 1,000 naira? No, I just want to know because I just want to know. I want to know. Is it Malians that remove subsidy? Where? Because I don't understand. And all it took for Tunde Bakare was just to go and ask questions, or at least just TikTok. I mean, I'm tired of these things. He just carried Bible verse through and the thing no clip. Bro, I don't know, man. I don't know how we got here with Nigerian Christianity. I don't know how the prosperity gospel was preached for 40 years and the country is bankrupt. I don't know. If you preach something for 40, 50 years and it does not show on any metrics, can we at least agree that none of these people can have, no pastor knows? The only people that have prospered in this country, Christian-wise, are the GOs. It's true now. Prosperity gospel, we know they affect the people, but it's favoring the GO. Who is prospering? Is there any prosperity in the land? Is there any prosperity in the land? Pastor no see any other thing to talk. Okay, you will be pastor. You don't even see the youths where they trek, where they march because of these boys. This matter pain us and just okay. My grandma and my mom taught me, if you have nothing nice to say, shut up. If you have nothing nice to say on an issue, just shut up. You see where youths they march up and down for this, but they tell Tunde Bakare say we no know say Mohbad they bad gang. Then tell them say we no know. Does Samilari look like he came from a convent, or all the names we've been calling? Is there any that Naira Marley came out and said he was born again? So we know Mohbad enter bad gang. You're not telling us anything new. I ask again, pastor will run under APC primary, score 0 votes. He couldn't even convince people in that bad gang to vote for him, one person. To the Bakare, Google this thing, no may not be beside the cap for you. You know me, I've never told a lie. Tunde Bakare ran on APC primaries and got 0 votes. And that's the person talking about Mohbad today. He would never speak truth to power. The people he ran with in the primaries are running the country down. Has he spoken truth to that power first? He wants to contribute to a boy that was buried in Ikorodu. Now where their sermon, they always get energy. Their sermon, no, they get energy for where DSS go threaten them. A young lady came up today. You don't even, Daddy, please, I'm just coming from a legal meeting. A young lady came up today, and there was a tomato tin paste by a company called. The lady said she doesn't normally use that tomato tin paste, but she tried it because her regular one was not working, was not available, and that it felt sugary. And then she put up a post on Facebook, said, "Oh, there's this tin tomato I tried. There seems to be a hint of sugar in it. Has anybody used it? You know, please comment." Daddy Freeze, would you believe that company has arrested this lady and has transferred this lady from Lagos this morning to Abuja? just for asking a go and check this thing. I'm telling you, that is the problem. That's the litigation we are trying to solve now. And arrested this lady and has taken her to Abuja just for putting out her opinion on a tin of tomato. No slander, nothing. I tasted some sugar in this product. The joined us said there is actually sugar in the product. My people, am I right or wrong? Now, within this woman, right? She's currently in Abuja. These are the victimizations going on in this country that these pastors will not talk about. A lawyer, female lawyer, was going around looking for a house. She met a young boy on the street. The young boy said, "Oh, let me take you to the property." The boy took her to the property and left. 30 minutes later, a random crowd came, met this young lady called Udwak, and this crowd was led by the boy's mother, that the lady has kidnapped her son, that she hasn't seen her son for 30 minutes. Both ears. This one happened 2 days ago in Lagos, till the boy who had gone to play football or something came back. And his mother, sorry, and he's sorry, she's currently. Tunde Bakare has not spoken on the ethnic tensions going on in this country since this election happened. Is he blind? He's saying he's not seeing it. What is his contribution to calming that? The Nigerian youth have marched from east to west, north and south over Mohbad. Does he not see it? In Lagos, after the procession, people went to the toll gate in anger. He's not seeing these things to talk about. Our pastors had better respect themselves. The one that messed himself up throughout the election, Saul and Paul analogy, he thinks it's by bringing TD Jakes again to rebrand himself. When all things go bad, bring Bishop TD Jakes, woman thou art loosed. Then we'll forget about their nonsensical behaviors for the last 1 year. Look, when we are ready in this country, Paul Kagame closed down 6,000 churches and said that you cannot be a GO if you don't have a theology degree. And that country has moved forward. There was an act under Buhari that wanted to be introduced called the Summer Act, where you cannot be a CEO of a church past 70 years of age or more than at least 10 to 20 years. How can a CEO of a company be forced to retire at 70, but you can be a CEO, a GO of a church for infinitum till you die? When some of them are even showing clear signs of senility due to age. And we're here playing these games. We are playing these games. They've metamorphed from house fellowships to having churches in restaurants, then moved to permanent sites, then some are in their second permanent sites, then some have moved to, some started with kindergartens, then moved to primary, now have universities, I left City of David because I do not understand what the Twin Towers, what that twin nonsense they built was. We started out restaurants. Our prayer for years was to move to our permanent site. We prayed, we donated. It made sense. We moved to permanent site in VI. We had a parking lot in front of permanent site. All of a sudden, there was no space to park. You start parking on the road. They want to develop the parking lot. I asked the question in church that day, and I stood up to Pastor Eluyomade. I said, this Trinity Towers you're building, what is it for? I can understand if you want us to build a church. I can understand I donated for the kidney foundation. A lot of people were getting kidney problems in the church. We donated for the kidney clinic that was put right in front of Oriental. What is the Trinity Towers for? If you're building a business facility with church funds, do I have a percentage in it? Do I have a discount if I want to open a shop in the mall section of it? What is that thing? Why does it have a helipad? Do I own a helipad? Do you own a helipad? And nobody could answer that question. A church that started out at Peninsula Restaurants. When we are ready, I remember how they fought Buhari when Buhari passed that CAMA Act. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
And to resign and go and get people to take over these things. There are no new ideas flowing here anymore. They're not drinking Lipton with Jesus. They're drinking coffee with whatever is going with whoever. There's now Oba Solomon. They're all over the internet. The Psychiatric Association of Nigeria said more than 60 million Nigerians have psychiatric illnesses. It's on Google. I'm tired of this. I'm tired. I'm tired, Daddy Freeze. I'm tired. How many times has Tunde Bakare predicted God told him he will be president? Is it no more than Chris Okotie? Why are we taking him more serious than Chris Okotie? They've preached nonsense and fallacies for 4 decades, and all of a sudden, Daddy Freeze, left to me. No, they stress yourself. Come on live and discuss Nollywood when Nigerians are ready. Come and discuss better things. Do you see me stressing myself? I stopped all these things a long time. After I left radio, I can't be bothered. Come on line and discuss who did BBL. Come online and discuss better things. Or will you call Nollywood? Or where does the average Nigerian escape? Is it education? Where? So one name just who did BBL in Nollywood? Which of the females is fighting who? I miss those old Linda Ikeji slander. Who is sleeping with who? I rather discuss that than discuss. Man, what are you discussing? Are these men of God charlatans? People that you use one title and disprove them since pandemic year that at least 99.9 of them are all poopy charlatans. Are we back here because that start that tight matter again now? You know that all of them are vocal. Just start that. You know, say you don't pity them that tight matter now. Church done the fool. They done they come back. Some done they get the God. I even saw that that one that we totally that female one Funke with it. She done they bounce back. Start that tight matter again now. You go know say all of them, they know what they are doing. Until you press their blockers, which is their money, they will never calm down. They started again. They started creeping out of the woodwork. They got to comment on Mohbad. You sabi Mohbad when in their life. My brother, I'm just tired, man. I'm tired. I stopped going to church a long time ago, and God has been blessing me ridiculously. I became a better Christian when I stopped going to Nigerian churches.
I said this thing before one time.
Became a better Christian. I am kinder. I am less paranoid. I look for holistic causes to my problems. I don't believe I'm spiritually this or spiritually that because of where I am in life. I holistically look at my situation and try to better myself. Every day, I better myself. Every day, I better myself. And every day, I do better financially. Simple. What is this nonsense? Nigeria stopped doing MAMSA and all those. Remember all those programs, all those mass mobilization programs that used to make us smarter? When all these men started telling Nigerians what is their truth and not. I remember you on your TV and you had MAMSA right there. Don't do this, don't do this. If you are sick, there is something called oral rehydration therapy. Put sugar, salt in a solution, drink, you'll be fine. That was how I grew up. Nobody was, if you are sick, call Jesus and drink olive oil. And nobody got time for that. If our men of God were putting this amount of pressure on our people in government, with all respect, make you not be saying we they talk we would have solved so many things in Nigeria a long time ago, because this is how this ignorance continues. This is how ignorance continues. How intelligent can a 80-year-old man be? We're in a generation where this Mohbad issue, as a young person, I am open to at least 3,000 different narratives of what is happening. That muscular guy with singlets, that dark man will talk his own. This one will talk his own. I can go to Yabo's page, hear her own. I can hear random TikTokers. I can come to Daddy Freeze Live, hear other people discussing it. Then I now make my own rounded up holistic argument on it. I can choose to not even agree with anybody, or I can choose to agree half with Yabo's sympathy angle, half with maybe Dark Man's investigative side to it, and half with maybe Daddy Freeze's medical side to it. And I can agree with the people that say, in short, bring him out because of his neck. But I go and then I discuss with my parents. And now me, they even bring them more up to date. So I ask, how much information is a 70-year-old man open to when you get your own from maybe one WhatsApp broadcast? But I have gone from TikTok to YouTube, to Twitter, to Instagram, and even read comment sections. Do you know how broad-minded we think? But you come up as a young Nigerian and somebody will downplay your intelligence, downplay your brain, even downplay this phone we are using. Between me and you, this is how we used to discuss with all those our interns then. Now, don't you remember? They were all smart.
Yes, now.
Daddy, please, we can't continue like this in this country, and something has to give religion-wise. Have you heard one Babala will put his mouth inside Mohbad matter? You think the people that are worshiping Ifa don't know? Didn't you see all the Babalawos just did juju for the people that did this wrong to Mohbad? Didn't you see them? True or false that they freeze? Did the traditionalists have a weird angle? Did you hear any traditionalists talk anything apart from whose hand they dirty here? Didn't we see all of them doing that juju for this Mohbad issue? But it's pastor that must break it down, analyze, add waiting God no add. All the traditionalists, all the Ogun Ifa that I've seen on Mohbad's issue, whose hand they clean, make it they clean. Who hand no they clean, no they clean. Bam. We need to clip all of these things. We need to nip them in the bud. And I don't know how. Because this must come from the top. How many years have you been giving out information? The amount of data you have burnt trying to educate Nigerians. Is there anything on any metrics or any indices that shows that we are improving? If maybe attendance in some of these churches and you heard that, okay, your sermons were so powerful that Redeem closed like 1,000 branches because Nigerians stopped going. If it makes sense, you don't hear the burn data since. Did you hear that enrollment or this thing reduced? Every time they encourage people that impoverish the nation. Every time. Oga Deeper Life has started again. Be patient with the government. Be patient. Every time. Go and tell them, we are patient. You tell them to speed up. There is no church in this country right now that is not on a street that doesn't have potholes. Which of these churches has gone to beg the governor, say, Governor, please call an emergency on potholes in Lagos. Before we, the citizens, will say it in a way that they won't like. Are there not more pressing issues in the country? If you used to go to the Anglican and Catholic churches every Sunday, the pastor or reverend must preach about one problem in the country because he knew that there were people in the congregation who were in government. They were at least, they go preach their sermon, they go chip them in. For those of us who are here in this church, and please, those of you in government, do remember the widows. Remember the mother, you remember? And they wear their cassock. You want 5% wear white and white. We beg you, say, God, say, make you help them fix hospitals. You want 5 them? But if you talk now, they'll say you are from Anambra. What are you putting out in Lagos? You talk, they'll say you are from LP. Why are you talking? That's the thing. You can't win now. We are that divided. So you, the people that are at the top, talk to yourselves. Since you don't want to hear the people at the bottom. Is Pastor Bakare not buying dollar? Has Pastor Bakare, if they travel a lot as pastors, hasn't he seen the increase in flight tickets in economy? Why should economy ticket be costing 2 million? Is Pastor Bakare not buying fuel? Is he not buying fuel? Mohbad issue happen. You know, take 6 hours. The video send 2 million. Pastor Bakare can't he send 500,000? Does the family need his church now at this moment, or help and sympathy? Does the family need his opinion? Does Mohbad's wife and his 6-month-old son need another viral trending opinion that has nothing to do with nothing? Does the family need another one, or donations? He didn't sharp do this Mohbad boy. I don't really know what's going on. I saw the videos. I just feel bad. Can we do a special donation for him? Anything you people donate, we send to the family. Even if you reach 50,000, I'll double it as your pastor. That would have trended beautifully well.
Even if you don't get money to give, if you had just said, let's pray for the family and pray
Thank
that
you.
something comes out of
their
this.
prayer. They said don't even believe in their prayers. The pastors, they don't believe in their own prayers.
When they finish, they go hire bodyguard to guard them.
True factor authentication. Hold Jesus for hold heaven, hold mopo. True factor authentication. hold heaven, hold Jesus, hold mopo. Bulletproof your car on the side.
No.
We can't continue like this, Daddy Freeze. We can't. We can't.
If you are watching on TikTok, double click the screen.
I don't know if there are some people collecting fuel in this country.
You enjoy N6.
Daddy Freeze, don't be this thing where you don't forget say this now. So we the gist that time, but I just send a pepper soup we go that time when we are in the world. We go just there our pepper soup joints. I just feel sad because this country has so much potential. There's so much potential. And we can't keep doing this.
It's
that man ran in primaries. He ran to be president. That man ran to be president. That man ran to be president. That pastor ran to be president. He would have been Mohbad's president too. Is he saying that he would not have employed justice? Is he saying that if you had won that primaries and was president today, he does this is his commentary on the issue after seeing everything? Why are pastors showing more ignorance than their congregation? And we're not doing anything about it. There's a level of ignorance being currently displayed by Nigerian pastors. I am worried. Some at the age. What is the average age of all of them? We had the one that talked so much confusion during COVID that the BBC and the UK government fined him £250,000 for spreading misinformation. He would draw charts. He would link 5G to the 5G. My God! He could link 5G, link. He talked no kind of confusion that man who caused that COVID period.
My network now 5G. You are the use to this broadcast.
And not be the 5G with the 5G now. Not be AI with them now. That one cause confusion. That I don't know whether to wear mask, whether to wear olive oil. I don't know where I did. I don't know whether to use phone, not use phone. Where is he now? If he call crusade now, I know they call anybody name. If he call crusade now, he go joke. He go joke. Highest he go feature Hillsong, bring one international. All those are international artists where they help them. Go choke. Why are we doing this? I've called Nigerians on my podcast. I said, if you people wake up by 7 a.m. every morning, look, I told Nigerians, there's one girl on Instagram. She does 7 a.m. workouts. Now 5 followers that girl gets. 6 followers. Every morning. Nigerians will wake up by 7 a.m. They wouldn't jog. They wouldn't invest in their health. They will rather get up by 7 a.m. and pray till 8 a.m. with a pastor online while burning data, but the pastor is making money as a content provider.
The biggest YouTube content provider I heard in the whole country.
Hold on, because I'm going where I'm going, and anybody that's standing in front of the express, I'll jam the person. But if you tell the same Nigerians, and when you check them, tens of thousands of people. But if you tell the same Nigerians that let's get up every morning by 7 a.m. as a country and work out for 1 hour, we would have a better mentally rounded nation. We would have a nation of healthier people. We'll have a nation of more mentally balanced people. But we would rather get up and pump ourselves with propaganda, terror tactics, and fear, and round it up with in Jesus' name. Now, when you check, the only person that's getting a workout is the pastor. Go and check it. The only person sweating and getting the workout is the pastor. The person working,
they make so much money. At
Look,
the end of the day,
forget
they can
Daddy
afford to
Freeze.
spend 3 hours in a gym that you cannot afford because you have
Daddy
to go and
Freeze,
hustle.
forget the money. The only person doing any physical activity in that 1 hour every morning on that place is the pastor. Every other person is saying amen from the comfort of wherever they are. You see, this country, until we start telling ourselves the truth. I remember when I went to the UK, there was a beautiful football pitch called Hendon. I don't know if it's still there. There's one football district. That's the first time I met Celestine Babayaro. He was a Nigerian footballer back in the day. And every Sunday morning, the whole UK everybody go carry their children. Football was their religion. This was 30 years ago. Football was their religion in the UK. Look at their league today. Look at their league today. Like it or not, in that English league, they no fit pack with black boys, so they go plenty past those Igbo people. Because that football, they learn it from small. And we that were here, that every Sunday morning, I remember if you live in Sulere on Sunday morning, you go to stadium, you see people walking out, doing their boxing, jogging, everything. But now we've converted Sunday morning to church. And then we get up and 3 million of us have ported to UK in the last 2 years to where they are playing football every Sunday morning. Watch now. It not go take 5 years. Nigerian Pentecostal churches go begin swell up for UK. I ask, why is it that our Pentecostal churches not ever open branch for North?
So
once they want to expand, once they want to expand, that the phrase they go expand from one small BQ from mainland to permanent site on the island. Next thing they're looking to open office and branch in UK and US. They know they ever like go spread the word for Maiduguri, for Borno.
Justice for Maiduguri.
Equa. Go and check all those Equa, the real churches that this dealing with. Go and check them. I'm not sure say Equa get branch for New York or for US. Those are churches spreading the gospel deep in the north. They no go there. They no go there. The Nigerian church now is no more interested in winning souls. It's winning bank accounts.
Hey, Nigerian pastor is not interested in winning souls.
They are trying to win more bank accounts. The more bank accounts they can win. Matter of fact, if you don't have a bank account, you're probably useless to a Nigerian Pentecostal church right now.
Tweeting this.
Look, we can't continue like this. We had a vice president that was a pastor for 8 years. Did you see him speaking truth to power so vehemently? Did you see him? Every time we wake up and act like we did not have a pastor. I mean, not going to what church is from. We act like we didn't have a pastor, VP, 8 years. Does this country look blessed? Does this country look in the Bible that it frees? When Joseph went to Egypt, they made Joseph number 2 man. True or false?
True.
Prime minister. He was not above Pharaoh. So that means Pharaoh was a sinner. True or false?
100%.
So that means if a pastor, Joseph, was vice president to a sinner, there would have still been progress in the land. True or false?
100%.
There was progress in Egypt.
100%.
Did they tell you that it was until Joseph converted Pharaoh to be following Yahweh that Egypt progressed? Just because of that Joseph from prison. So if you tell me that we had a pastor as VP, you cannot tell me that we are like, this country is like this.
Now talk, you hear, so...
Now the phrase now why me I know they too like to yarn. You know my position on a lot of things. And see, I'm now live, don't they read 2,000 people. Lord knows who's listening. They too they whine us for this Nigeria, but they too they whine us. Time they go. Nobody's doing this life thing 2 times. 1980s babies don't they enter 40 years. 1980s children don't enter 40. 1970s children don't enter 50. They just one person time they go. If I look left, look right, everybody has gray beer in my set. This country be like country where pastor been vice president 1 decade. It be like country where pastor na number 2 man for 8 years. He resemble him.